Welcome to Forerunners Pilates with AB. If you're a runner, chances are somewhere along the road you've been told you need to work on glute strength. Specifically pelvic stability, torso control, and just trying to get those deep hip muscles fired up so they can tolerate the loads of running. So what we're going to work through today's session is specifically those really deep, tiny muscles within the hip, the external rotators, so the ones that turn your knee out and control your knee from dropping inwards, which is exactly what we don't want when we run. So we are going to start this one, a little glute series. It's going to get your hips fired up on your left side elbow. We're going to start here with the quintessential favorite, the clam. The right hand onto the hip, the heels are stacked. Shoulders down, eye gaze forwards. From here, keep your hips nice and still as you slowly lift that top side knee. Keep your heels together and slowly lower down. Now this is going to feel pretty easy for now, but I want you to see if you can really control it. Turning off your hip flexors, switching off your hamstrings and getting to those deep hip muscles. So what you want to do here is lift up through your left side rib, eye gaze forwards, shoulders down, and we're going to add a little bit of heat to these. Keep your heels together, push your left knee down. We're going to start to lift your hips, open your knees, side hopper, and then slowly lower down. So the good thing about this one is you're getting a double whammy. You're getting your top side right glute, you're getting your left side lower glute. And then from here, seeing if you can keep your hips really stable. So you've got that right hand there stabilizing your pelvis. And as well, getting your shoulder, your oblique to work with your hips. So they're all sort of working as a nice little team to keep the pelvis and the torso nice and strong. You've got 4 to go here. Last 3. See if you can get your hips pushing forwards for the last 2. So the hips push forwards as you lift. And then your last one here, push your hips forward, lift up your knee, static hold. And then from here, just start to lower your knee. Lift your knee. Lower your knee. Lift your knee. Isometric hold for the left. Activation on the right. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering your hips, coming straight onto your back. From here, what you want to do is, in fact, pull your heels and the soles of your feet together, drop your knees out, take your fingertips to your temples, elbows wide. We're going to go for some butterfly bridges here. So bending through your knees, lifting your hips, keep your knees out, hold your hips to the top, pull your knees together, snap them closed, open your knees, and then slowly lower down we go again. Lift your hips right to the top, hold, snap your knees together, open, and lower. So we're trying to get your back extensions, your hammies to work again as a little team with your hip movements. Your internal rotators, external rotators, the knees stay wide as you lift. Snap together as you close. And we'll do 5 more like this before we hold the top. So see if you can keep your neck relaxed, your shoulders down, so that whole upper torso staying nice and steady. You have 4. Just focusing on the hips. 3, 2, and this last one here, we'll just go for a little hold at the top. From here, snap the knees together. Open the knees, keep your hips completely square. So pretend like your pelvis is in concrete, just your knees opening. Closing, your heels are glued. Opening, closing, you've got last 12. 10. Making sure you've got your tailbone tucked. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep your knees open. 1, slowly lower your hips down. And then from here, shooting straight across onto your right side forearm, back into your clam. So you get your shoulder set up, your hand to your hip, your heels are glued together. And then from here, just a gentle open of your top knee. Close of your top knee back into your clams. And as I said before, not working too hard at the start. So you want to just see if you can really focus on switching off your hammy, your hip flexor, your lower back, and really isolating just that lateral hip. Nice and slow. Lifting up through your ribs, shoulders down. 2 more, we'll add a little bit of a lift. All right, on this next one, as you lift the knee, push through the heels, lifting up through your hips, push your hips forwards, and slowly lower down. Hips lift as you open. Slowly lower down. So the good thing about this one, once again, bang for your buck, you're getting your right glute, left glute, working together as a team, also shoulder and obliques. That's it, so you want to push your pelvis forwards as you lift. Activation left, strength in the right. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. You've got 4 more here, and we'll hold at the top, little isometric hold for your bottom side leg. And we'll continue with the top side leg. Last 2. And we'll lift, hover, hold right to the very top. And then from here, start to drop your knee and lift your knee. All right, so your shoulders are still, the pelvis is nice and stable. Just continue with that nice wide open clam for 10, 8, 7, make sure you keep your heels together and your pelvis pushing forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips all the way down. Give it a shake off. From here, coming straight into 4 points, slightly different arrangement here. So you're gonna have your hips facing forward, your shoulders stacked. Hovering off your right side leg, lift up through your lower core. We're gonna bring that right side heel, keeping it bent. Drag your heel up. Pull your knee wide to the side. Scrape your right kneecap across your mat, and we circle again. So we're doing wide, big circles with your hips. So you're getting range, deep activation of those deep external rotators. So turning your toes out as you rotate, and then back to center. So the goal for this one is your eyes are up, your shoulders are square, your hips are stable, and you're just getting strength and mobility through those really small hip muscles. You've got 3 to go here. Making sure you're not letting that left hip drop. Last 2. And this is your final one. All the way up. I want you to extend that leg all the way towards the right, but keep it bent and just keep it for a static hold for 6. 5, square off your hips, drop your right knee. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bottom back to your heels, brief stretch. Straight back into the other side, the elbows plant, square off your knees, hover off your left side leg, and then from here, lift up lower core, shoulders strong, start to lift your knee, take your knee, circle it out wide to the side. Scrape your left knee across your mat, bring it straight back in. So we're taking it wide out to the side. Pretty unattractive exercise, however, super effective at getting nice and deep into your hips, both in the case of mobility and strength. And making sure as you're doing it, you're not shifting your pelvis, you're not dropping into your right hip, and you're not looking down towards your knees. Shoulders strong, eyes up, and keep your lower core nice and stable. We are going to go for that nice little wide isometric static hold to the side. You've got 3 more. 2. And this is your last one. Take your left knee all the way out, nice and wide to the side. Take it as wide as you can, hover and hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop your knee. 1, walk your hands back to your knees, or roll up through your shoulders. Final little set here. We're getting a bit more run specific, a bit more functional. Step your right foot forwards. And then from here, tuck your left toes under. So you're in a 90-90 lunge position. I want you to turn your heel slightly out, just ever so slightly, towards the corner of your mat. Tuck your tailbone. Hover off your back knee so you're already opening up through the front of that hip. And then from here, just a small drop of your knee in, and then a pull of your knee out. Drop your knee in, pull your knee out. So we're just practicing that internal. External rotation, but you want more external than you do internal. So we're slightly blocking it here, trying to train your hips from preventing the drop and capitalizing on the strength on the out. You've got last 10, 9, 8, 7, hip square, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes, straight across to your other side. Left foot forwards, ever so slight turn out through that left toe. Tuck your toes under on the right. Hover up through that back knee. Hips nice and square, tailbone tucked. Drop your knee in and out. Internal rotation, external rotation. Good, but your heels are nice and fixed. Torso nice and stable. Pelvis stays nice and square. You're just here for the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Just gently lower through your knees. Give your legs a little shake out after that one and enjoy your next run. Let me know how your hips feel. They should feel nice and stable and ready for your session. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the link below for more exercise snacks, mobility tips, and runner special sequences. Enjoy.